Guys, welcome to my channel where I'm here to entertain and inform you on all things Marvel and DC. Now let's jump right into this review of Loki. Before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell to get notified. Videos like this and so much more drop. Was absolutely fantastic. I love Loki. I love Morbius. Not the Morbius that we are going to see in the Venomverse, Sony Venomverse, but Agent Morbius. I love the TVA. Now let's break down each character. Start off with the god of mischief himself, Loki. Loki was great in this episode as he is in every Marvel movie. His emotional scenes was great. And finding out, rewatching his greatest highlights, to Avengers Infinity War up to his death, to he killed his mother, to his brother, his scenes with his brother Thor. All the emotional scenes with Loki was absolutely handled well, fantastically amazing. All the comedy scenes in this episode with Loki was great. His back and forth with Morbius, Agent Morbius. Him, in that kind of office, with him finding the Infinity Stones with that office worker Casey, him with the chicken scenario, him getting smacked in the face. Funny scenes with Loki throughout this episode. Funny scenes with all the characters throughout this episode. Now let's talk about Agent Morbius himself. Now he was also fantastic in this episode. His back and forth with Loki was great. His scenes with the time variant authorities was great. It very much seems that Owen Wilson's character, Agent Morbius, is going to be the one who kind of not necessarily give Loki a backbone, but kind of pulls Loki when Loki goes off the deep end, kind of goes off into his own evil, nefarious ways. Agent Morbius is going to be the one to kind of pushes Loki to that straight goodness, straight and narrow path, if that makes any sense. Morbius is great in this episode. I think that he would be great, fantastic, all throughout the series. But yeah, let's talk about the time variant authorities. They was great. I want to know more about what they are, kind of how they deal with stuff. The whole look of inside the time variant authorities was great. Whether talking about the building, who they are, what they do, or, all that good stuff. So we basically get a scene in which explains everything. This basically says that they were created because of this Nexus multiversal war, unless that happened 100,000 or whatever years ago. But yeah, this is basically an amazing kind of reference to Secret Wars and, the comic books or whatever, which was an amazing story, by the way. If you haven't read it, you should go check that out. The older one or the kind of 2015 version, both is great. But yeah, I don't know if they necessarily building to that, probably in the next phase, but probably in the next 15 to 10 years or so. But yeah, the time variant authorities, how they explained it, who they are, what they are, the whole scope of the time variant authorities was great. They are going to play a major factor in the MCU going forward. But basically my Loki review, guys, for episode 1 of Loki, titled Glorious Purpose. I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think the time authorities are up to? That they are up to no good? Or do you think they are 100% good with intentions? How do you think this connects to Doctor Strange Multiverse into the Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, Wanda, Spider-Man No Way Home? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. But yeah, with that being said, I see you guys in the next video.